I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it twice a day.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it in the morning and before dinner.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it, and share it with my doctor.
Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor.
Now that I know my blood pressure numbers, I talked with my doctor. We're getting those numbers down.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Learn more at manageyourbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
Welcome into Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now here are your hosts, Jeff and Nicole Essink.
All right, welcome into the Fitness Fanatics. It is Sunday, June 7th. And Harrison, we are 90 days out now from Husker football. Are you getting a little excited? Or are you still just kind of waiting?
I feel like I'm in pretty good on the positive side. Listen, I love football. I know what misery's like, so I can handle that if it comes my way again. And if it's success, I'll smile, cheek to cheek. Listen, I don't know what it's going to be. I have no idea. I don't think we're as bad as people think we are. When you're getting into the super negatives of social media, which fortunately tends to be a lot of social media, I don't think it's going to be as bad a season as some people are expecting. I can see there's a chance of success, but I'm not banking on it. That's where I'm at.
I don't think it is either. I don't think it's going to be as bad as people think.
No.
As you look through their schedule, it's not like it's landmine after landmine after landmine, right?
No, there's a chance you go 5-0. Like, that's the goal, right? It's those 3 non-cons, and then you get a Maryland team, which Loxley's going to most likely be coaching for his job. So you don't want to take them lightly, obviously. Fitzgerald at Michigan State. So you can make an argument why those teams might be challenges. But on paper, good chance for Huskers to go 5-0. Then it's Indiana. Then it's Oregon. Now, those are the games that are going to be eye-openers, but, at least we get it in Game 5. Where's this team really at?
Well,
see what it looks like
I think
there.
what's exciting is just the unknowns. There's something different, right? There's a new O-line coach. There's a new D-line coach. There's a new experienced defensive coordinator versus last year, he didn't have any experience. There's a new quarterback. That's exciting, right? So there's a lot of exciting things to be excited about versus if it was just, all the same coaches are back, the same quarterback. And then it's just kind of expect okay, it's just going to be more of the same. But you have the element of excitement. So that's kind of why I'm excited. Just, wait and see. I was sitting yesterday, not saying that spending time with Nicole's boring at all on a Saturday. Mm-hmm. But, we're just watching shows and it's just like, you come home and we take a nap and then just
you wanted to go to bed at like 4:15.
I was ready to go to bed, because every day I go to bed is a day closer to football season.
Okay,
so we need to get to bed early and get these days flying. So 90 days out, we're 94 days. We're actually like 83 days from the start of college football, but 90 days till the Huskers play. And I know that because we have a countdown on our fridge. The countdown's up. We're at 90. We're at 94 days till the start of the NFL season as well. So it's just going to be here before we know it. It's going to be amazing. Now, one thing I did want to address, because several people have texted me this
official public service announcement
about the Bears. Mm-hmm. And so this week it came out that they were, again, not a done deal by any stretch of the imagination, but that they were going to be moving to Hammond, Indiana. So I have people texting me just, how do I feel about this? The Indiana Bears, it's like, my first response to everybody, did you know that the New York Giants and the New York Jets play in New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people don't know that.
No,
Is that common knowledge? Because I didn't know that.
I'd say it's probably a 50-50 split on casuals that know that and don't know that.
Right. I mean, depending on where you live, but in Nebraska, I don't think a lot of people know that.
It's just not a big deal to me.
Well, it's not super far.
Well, one, and we don't live in Chicago either, right? Me and you.
No, you can also see Chicago from the location that they're projecting.
It's technically part of the Chicago metro area, even though it's in Indiana. Like if you look up a map, it's like Omaha and Council Bluffs.
Right. And the two sites that they were looking at, this site that they're allegedly moving to is closer to Soldier Field than the other site.
Yeah.
So like people are like, the 49ers, San Francisco 49ers play in Santa Clara, California, which is a 43-minute drive.
Yeah, and they're not the Santa Clara. They're 49ers.
Right. The Dallas Cowboys don't play in Dallas. They play in Arlington. They're not the Arlington. People need to just
the Bears are a bit of a pinata in the offseason, I've noticed. It's the Caleb Williams thing. There's just a lot of people that think Caleb Williams is easy and the Bears are easy to dunk on.
Why, though? It just doesn't make any sense.
I couldn't tell you why. It's not. It's me. It's Big Nothing Burger.
It is.
But I think you can understand the people's initial reaction to it.
Well, if they don't do any research, my sister, I was like, okay, this is 17 miles from Soldier Field. It's not a big deal. And then she sent me a screenshot of the Chicago Metroplex, and it's part of it.
Yeah.
There's even a city in Indiana called East Chicago. There's Kansas City, Missouri. It's okay. And you know what? If the Bears move to Portland, Oregon, I'd still be a Bears fan.
And they wouldn't be called the Chicago Bears.
No, they'd be the Portland Bears.
We could talk about too. Why are some NFL teams by state and some of them are by city? I think that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know why that is.
Not every state has that have city names have like Texas. They have multiple teams.
Yeah, so there's not a Texas.
But not every Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, I don't know why that is.
There's no other team in Maryland. Right.
No.
So
just kind of how it is. But anyway, I just want to put that.
There's a lot of anomalies.
Oh, Bubba said there's only one NFL. I haven't read this whole thing. There's only one NFL team that's name is the same state, and that's the Minnesota Vikings. Everybody else in that city there. Everybody else is in the city that they're in. Oh, there's also the Tennessee Titans.
Oh, yeah.
So there isn't a lot. And he said Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, because they're in Glensdale.
Yeah, but most every team is a city.
Well,
you got the New York teams, New York Jets and Giants, but for the most part,
it already doesn't make sense. It's not that deep. It's the point.
It's fine. Wherever Ben Johnson is and Caleb Williams, I don't care if the Bears
where
are
you'll
in
be.
Timbuktu, Ireland.
If it was Iowa, I would have had a problem.
If they moved to Davenport,
I'd
be fine with it.
Wouldn't have been great.
And they became the Iowa Bears or whatever.
Well, that'd be a little interesting. I don't know if the Iowa Bears would be. I'd have to really think on that.
It's really not a good ring to that.
No, it really isn't.
Anyway.
But yeah, so I had one Packers fan text me just Indiana Bears, and I replied and I said, Indiana Bears, Gary Bears, Hammond Bears. It doesn't matter. We're still going to beat Jordan Love and the Packers.
Yeah. Also, I love all some of those screenshots people are sending, and it's the site locations, and it's a muddy body of water with rust everywhere. And I'm like, obviously, no, that's
right.
That's not going to be. They're going to clean up the site wherever they may go. But yeah, the lease technically isn't over till 2033 either.
Yeah,
now they have to get going on it, which is why a lot of this is getting heated. But if the Bears, I think the taxes they would have to pay would be more than what the Rams have to pay in California, which is the big stinker. They would pay for the stadium themselves, but they want tax relief on the infrastructure around the stadium.
Right.
And that part's not. That's where they're coming to a crossroad where they just can't agree, and that's why they're going to Indiana. So,
well, the problem is the McCaskies they're not Stan Kroenke, right? Where they could just write a check for $15 billion and be like, oh, here you go. Let's
I don't think they should either. It's gotta make sense to do it.
Right.
So you got to pay that much in taxes. Unlike if you know the history of Soldier Field, the Bears have been screwed before. So it's another thing with the city of Chicago. I can't remember when it ended, but it was like a 50-year deal where the Chicago Bears were not necessarily making a lot of the money because it was a historical site that they got them on with Soldier Field. So a lot of that money would go to the city directly to them, and they wouldn't have to go through the Bears' hands at all. So they've been getting screwed on Soldier Field forever. So you can imagine they're walking into this deal with that mindset of like, we're not going to have another long-term terrible deal where the city profits off our team more so than what we even do at times. So yeah, like I'm not going to be upset with the Bears for not striking a deal with a place that has already screwed them once on Soldier Field.
Yeah. And the average fan like me and you, that we're like waiting for our next paycheck to go buy groceries, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're like, they get all these billionaires, they're trying to get all these breaks, and so that kind of enters your mind too. But I was just reading an article, just talking about how the McCaskies aren't, like I said, they're not Stan Kroenke, and they're not the owners of the Broncos with Walmart money,
right?
So the Bears are their money, and if they sold, people are like, well, just sell it to a billionaire, right? Sell the team. Well, if a billionaire comes in, the billionaire became a billionaire because they're not stupid, right?
Yeah.
They don't want to pay all those taxes either. So they might just take the Bears and move them to wherever.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that aspect of it also, which is just, but yeah, I don't really care if they play in Indiana. It does not bother me at all.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
I don't think it's the McCaskies though. I think there was like a big media to like try to push the blame on the Bears. I'll be honest, like I'm usually not the side to, even though they're not elite, I'm usually not the guy to side with them. I'm always like the taxpayers should never have to deal with any of it. But if they're going to pay for the stadium themselves and the taxpayer money's the infrastructure, the roads and everything around it, well, that helps everyone. That's not just for the Bears. If you're not spending a dime on that, like I actually side with the owners this time, which I rarely do, but I think they're totally in the right to not want to make that deal in Chicago right now.
And if you're the state, like obviously I am far from a politician or know anything that goes on in any type of government, but like if you're fighting on the taxes, like if the Bears move out of Chicago and into a different state, okay, now the players, they pay taxes where they play.
Yep.
So when the Bears go to LA and play a game against the Rams, they got to pay the state taxes of California.
Yeah, Sam Darnold, when he was playing for the Super Bowl, he had I can't remember. I think his Super Bowl winnings were nearly equaled out by the taxes he had to pay in California.
Yep. So his
time training there leading up to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So those taxes, all the players are now going to be paying to the state of Indiana versus the state of Illinois, and all the business on game days where you're 70,000 people coming in, they're spending money at hotels, in restaurants.
They'll be doing that in Chicago too, still, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure.
Since
Chicago
they're
will
so close.
Profit. Yeah. But the players, they're the real winners in this. I bet just the players are like, heck yeah, let's go to Indiana.
Yeah.
They're a lot friendlier on their taxes. They'll keep a lot more of their money.
Yeah. So, could offset. They're going to be losing money on revenue.
Yeah. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, it's not close. Like, I'm not from Chicago, so maybe I feel a little bit different about it, but I think it's close enough. Like, when you look at the site location, like you can, like you said, you can literally see the skyline and where the Bears used to play from the old location.
Yeah.
So it's not, I think it's just a fun talking point because it's off season, but people are blowing it up bigger than what it is.
just like the NIL and all this stuff in the off season. It's just like, because there's nothing else to talk about. And then when the ball kicks off, you don't really care what the players are making. Right?
No, you're not looking at the game from an aerial view the whole time. No. You're just looking at the field. So
you're just looking at the field, and you want to be entertained, and you want to be happy.
Plus, is that a quicker drive for us? No, it's on the east side.
Is it? No, it wouldn't be quick.
Yeah, it's a longer drive.
Not that we're regular attendees to Bears games.
Nice to think about, though.
How many Bears games have you been to?
A whopping 0.
and you're over there just like, oh, is it closer?
Is it going to be close?
Closer for us? I've never even been to a game.
Yeah, that's a bucket list. Only been to a Chiefs game.
Well, you need to get up there.
I do need to get up there.
Better get up there before they move.
Yeah, well, the original goal was like try to go to all these NBA venues, and then as I got older, I was like,
well,
I'd rather go to NFL games.
You can't. You're going to NBA venues to see players, and you don't even know if they're going to play or not.
Well, yeah, I'll never forget. I say it all the time. It's like why the NBA's failed me, and why it's failed a lot of people. The very first NBA game I went to was Lakers Timberwolves. And, I wasn't a fan, but I was like, that's, LeBron James, Rajon Rondo. At that time, who would have been? Yeah, it would have been Karl Anthony Towns. LeBron didn't even show up. Wasn't even on the bench. Just load management. Didn't show up.
Just
Anthony Davis
back in LA
was also out. He didn't show up either. He said, I'm just not even going to go to Minnesota. So not even I get to see them play. Don't even get to see them at the venue. I think Karl Anthony Towns went down at some point, so he didn't take a load management. I got to see Lonzo Ball score 0 points. He was supposed to be the phenomenal rookie at one point in time. And I got to see the Lakers' biggest blowout in it was 20 years or something like that. And none of the superstars showed up. Didn't even get to see him on the bench. They just weren't even at the venue.
So that's
modern day NBA.
That's your experience.
Yeah, and that kind of jaded me a little bit with the NBA. I'm like, this is, as a fan, this kind of feels like robbery. You're buying these tickets to go watch these players, and they didn't even have the courtesy to show up. I can't even watch them on the bench. Not that it'd be super entertaining, but to say I saw LeBron. Never seen LeBron James to this day.
We were gonna go to the Bears Ravens game last year in December, and had we gone, we would have seen Huntley versus Malik Willis.
Mm-hmm.
I know
that would have been the quarterback. Now Ben would have loved it because they won, but you go to see when we went to the Ravens game, if it would have been Huntley versus Tyrod Taylor instead of Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, would have been a lot different just from not seeing those players. But
I think Malik Willis is better than Jordan Love anyways.
Well, we'll see.
I'm so happy he's not a Packer anymore.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
Were you not more worried when Malik Willis was in there?
Well, if you remember the timeline that Nicole was keeping texts on her phone back in that game.
Right, I remember
I was complaining
during the game.
I was complaining how it wasn't fair that Malik Willis came in because the Bears hadn't practiced for a mobile quarterback.
I just think something with him and LaFleur too. They just seem to always I think it kind of, because he was down there with the Redskins at the time, now the Commanders, but with the RJ3 and Kirk Cousins. And he went through the same thing, and Kirk Cousins became the guy. I wonder if he was like, Malik Willis, you're too good. Let's get you out of here before this becomes a bigger conversation.
Well, they couldn't pay him either. They couldn't pay him what he wanted. But he was so bad in Tennessee. You didn't even think about him.
Yeah.
So we'll see how he is in Miami under a defensive head coach. So we'll see how he goes down there. But anyway, I'm getting excited. Trying to wrap up any other sports things we have going on. Texas won the softball World Series, so now we lost to the champion in softball. We lost to the champion in volleyball.
Yeah, that happens every time.
Old Miss made it to the College World Series.
If they win the College World Series, we can scream.
I'm kind of pulling for Old Miss.
Yeah,
I don't have a rooting interest, but that's kind of who I would be cheering for.
Yeah,
it's me they came and they beat us and eliminated us, knocked us out of the NCAA tournament.
Who won the Troy regional?
Troy.
Okay.
So Troy's in for the first time.
That's who I'm going for. Yeah. It was one of the Trojans. It's going to be Little Rock or Troy.
I'm just rooting for the USC won last night or not. They won game 1, but I don't know. I wasn't really.
Let me double check.
I'm not really must watch.
It's kind of became
find
background.
A baseball game.
Yeah, it's become more background like the Masters is for me. Where now, I had it on all day, but I wasn't locked in. Obviously, it was when Nebraska was playing.
And there's a few games today too. I know there were some game 1s yesterday, and
it was Troy, and then no, unfortunately, no USC.
Oh, so then their deciding game will be today because they were up 1-0, so they must have lost game 2.
Correct.
All right. Well, with that, we will go ahead and throw it to break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. 93.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
Hey, Nebraska sports fans. This summer, professional tennis returns to Lincoln. Watch rising stars of the ATP Tour compete for over $100,000 in prize money for the 2026 Lincoln Challenger from July 12th to the 19th at the Sid and Hazel Dillon Tennis Center. Witness top tennis pros compete right here in Lincoln and experience tennis close-up like never before. To purchase tickets or to sign up for volunteer opportunities, please visit www.lincolnchallenger.com. Not just a stop, a stage. Lincoln Challenger 2026.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between, we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Mo's Moving is now Mo's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake. Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine. Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete in Lincoln and Palmyra. Ready Mixed offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply with Ready Mixed Concrete today to be eligible for a $2,500 hiring bonus. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with Ready Mixed Concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
NASCAR Powerball. The chase to 1 million is on.
Finalists, are you ready?
Don't miss your chance to collect cash prizes on your way to an all-new destination where you could take home $1 million.
Insane! The winner is contestant number 2.
I can't believe it.
The official lottery game of NASCAR is back for the chase.
Odds vary by entries. Details at nelottery.com.
A membership with John Henry's will fast-track you to front-of-the-line service, seasonal tune-ups, and far fewer unexpected moments. That means no breakdowns, no waiting on a call, and no nonsense. It's consistent care that prevents small issues from turning into big bills. Join the Comfort Club and get VIP treatment 365 days a year with 24-hour priority response, member-only discounts, and peace of mind on your home's most expensive systems. Call John Henry's.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air
and electrical.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into the Fitness Fanatics. So it is Cancer Survivors Day, right,
Yes.
Nicole?
Much better day to
Yes.
talk about.
Yeah.
It is. So Nicole's doing some statistics that she wants to
Today
go
is
over.
National Cancer Survivor Day. It's the first Sunday in June.
Okay, and that's today.
Yeah. Yep.
And we know quite a few cancer survivors. We have quite a few that go to our gym.
Yep. And just, do you have any family members?
Yeah, I think my Aunt Marge might be one.
Oh, yeah.
I had no idea she had breast cancer.
What?
Yeah, she did.
No, I know. How did you have no idea?
Well, I learned it like when I moved here. Like I didn't know until
I knew
just a few years ago.
Oh.
Or maybe I knew, but then I just forgot.
Okay. No, she definitely did.
Yeah, well, and my Uncle Larry just went through.
Oh yeah, my grandma.
Skin cancer, I think he was dealing with.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's
I have a grandma that was a colon cancer survivor.
Okay.
So she's not longer with us, but she didn't die because of cancer. She survived it.
So
we
what,
do have
what do you
some.
have to go to talk to
Oh,
us
I was
about?
just going to talk about some like positive cancer survivor statistics because, I don't even know what the statistics are about how many people are diagnosed with cancer every year, but it's definitely a scary experience. We always have survivors on of breast cancer. In October, we've had, cancer survivors on, and it's a scary time when you hear that word. But
we've had prostate cancer survivors on here too.
Huh?
Have we had
Colon
prostate cancer? Oh, colon cancer. I think you're right.
Yeah, that was Warren.
Oh yeah, Warren and AD.
Well, that's what AD had prostate cancer.
AD
Yeah,
had
that's
prostate
right.
cancer.
So that one's another really common one that
It
happens
is
quite a bit.
It's actually that's a spoiler for my later statistic.
Oh,
but so just it's now like approximately 70% of cancer patients now live at least 5 years after a cancer diagnosis. That's at least. It was like 50% in the 70s. So definitely screenings have improved that because we're catching cancers earlier. So the treatments aren't as invasive and we're able to. And your stepmom died of cancer. I don't know why. Oh, she didn't survive. She died. Never mind.
she smoked her whole life.
She did.
So it wasn't one of
Forgot
those.
we're talking about survivors.
Just random.
Well,
I have
she's an
leukemia.
example of why early screening is important because she put
is.
off getting her health issues checked until it was way too late.
She was already like stage 4 by the time
It had
she-
already spread.
She had a
was-
cough. And,
yeah.
and just cough for I don't even know how
Years.
long. Yep.
She put it off. So she's an example of why you shouldn't put off treatment. But now it's definitely much more treatable than it used to be. And the overall cancer death rate has been falling since the 1990s. And 1 in 10 survivors, of that 70% of cancer survivors that live at least 5 years beyond their diagnosis, roughly 1 in 10 survivors have lived 25 years or more after diagnosis, which sounds like 1 in 10. That doesn't sound like very many. But if you think about it, a lot of people who are diagnosed with cancer are people who are probably 60 and older, or maybe even 70 and older. So a lot of cancers are lifestyle diseases. So the longer you live, the more likely you're going to be diagnosed with cancer of some kind. So if you're 75 when you're diagnosed with skin cancer, the odds that you were going to live 25 more years anyway.
Right.
So it sounds kind of like a daunting statistic, but it's actually a very 25 more years after a cancer diagnosis is really good. Just any of me or you living 25 more years right now is a good thing. Like, you know, you never know what's going to happen in the next 25 years. So there are, I said I didn't know the statistic. I do. There's 18. Oh, no. The statistic I didn't know is how many people are diagnosed with cancer. But there are 18.6 million cancer survivors living in the U.S. today. And more than 4.5 million cancer deaths have been prevented since 1991. And that's because of advancements in research, screening, and treatment. So you can, you can colon cancer, getting your colonoscopies and stuff like that, super duper important because they can identify polyps and remove those before they can become kind of cancerous.
And that used to be age 50. Now it's 45.
Yeah. So if you haven't gotten your colonoscopy and you're over 45, just do it. It's really not that bad. We've both had our colonoscopies and they were fine.
Yep.
In fact, you have 10 years till you have to get your next one. And I have to get mine in 7, which is rude.
What are the odds we're going to remember this? Are they going to send us a reminder?
Probably.
Email?
Was it not that hard to remember when you're 55?
It's time to get yours done.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's hard to remember things from yesterday.
Well, yeah.
I said you should do it. I looked it up. It's 2.1 million people in the U.S. alone every year.
That are diagnosed
with cancer.
Yeah.
Up to 5,000 people a day.
Wow. 5,000 people a day is crazy. So colonoscopy for sure. Get that done if you haven't. And anyone who's had one will tell you the prep is the hardest part, right? That's the worst part.
Wasn't even a big deal.
It wasn't that big of a deal, but just the thought of not being able to eat anything for that amount of time is really not fun. The procedure itself, totally fine. You don't even know what's going on.
No, you just got to schedule it and get in there.
Yeah.
And take a day off from work if because you can't drive and stuff like that.
You're not supposed to.
It's a little bit of an inconvenience, but not as a big of inconvenience as having colon cancer and not knowing about it.
Yeah. So get your tests done. That one is important. Mammograms are important, which I've also done. That one I think I was a little bit late on. But that's the other thing. Talk to your doctor. This is what AD talks about, is going to your checkups. Because your doctor's, when I hadn't been to the doctor for a couple years, and when I finally went, she was like, "What are you doing? Why haven't you had this stuff done? You have 3 months to get it done." I don't know what she was going to do if I did it, but I did. I got it done.
Fail you.
I know. She was like, "I'm going to give you," I said, "Which one's more important?" She's like, "It doesn't matter. Just get them both done within 3 months just because." And I did. So,
well, and it's preventative care too. So our colonoscopy didn't cost us anything from our insurance.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
If you're a money oriented person.
Well, yeah, that's the biggest.
Cheaper.
I mean, for a lot of people, that money, the cost is a big barrier to testing and screening and treatment for people, because that's really scary to think. You have no idea how much it's going to cost, but it's just worth it in the long run too, and for peace of mind. But there are some cancers that are very have seen dramatic increases in survival due to advances in screening, surgeries, and stuff like that. Thyroid cancer is one of the most survivable cancers overall, which Heidi is a thyroid cancer survivor. She's had her thyroid removed because of that. So she, usually that's just taking out your thyroid, doing other checks, and then you're on a synthetic thyroid hormone for the rest of your life. But the 5-year survival rate of thyroid cancer exceeds 98%. So very, very treatable. But that's also why it's important to get your checkups, because those numbers can be detected in blood tests of if your thyroid is functioning correctly, or if you have just like an enlarged thyroid. I have an enlarged thyroid, and I've had to have ultrasounds on it, and it was fine. So that's important to check out. Prostate cancer, 80s survival. When detected before it spreads, the 5-year survival rate is nearly 100%, which partly means it's not a super aggressive and spreading cancer, but it's one where men statistically put off getting screenings done. And there's a blood test that can check that for that now, which I'm surprised you didn't have that done when you had your blood test
I mean,
done.
maybe I did. There's so many freaking tests.
No, you didn't, but you're going to go back and get your blood redone, and that will be part of one of the tests that they do.
That'll be our opt-in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be one of them because it could be, there's something that can be detected in a blood test. Breast cancer, the survival rate for localized breast cancer, like before it's spread, if it's caught early, 99% by 5-year survival rate. Testicular cancer also 5-year survival rate exceeds 95%. Skin cancer, when you get proper screenings and have your tests done, a 99% survival rate over 5 years. Lymphomas which are blood cancers, the advancements in lymphomas have gone so far in the past, I don't know, since the 60s. So especially for children, survival rates have improved from in the 1960s, less than 10% of kids diagnosed with lymphoma survived, and it's over 90% today.
Holy smokes.
Yeah,
awesome.
which is huge. So this even says it's I have goosebumps. That's so cool. It's one of the biggest success stories in cancer medicine, it says. So that's really cool. So it's similar for adults. Lymphoma has a 85 to 90% 5-year survival rate. And it's lymphoma is a cancer that can be considered curable cancer. So, but that's just some of the statistics.
Well, doesn't make you feel good.
I know, right?
You feel like cancer once it happens. It's like,
yes,
you're just kind of a walking dead man,
I
depending
know.
on like what cancer you have. But
right,
I didn't realize all of those had such high survival. I knew prostate cancer they figured out, but
yeah,
that's really cool for a lot of them.
That's why I wanted to talk about it, because you don't always hear good. I mean, you hear stories from survivors, but at the same time, like those are what we talk about, anecdotal, and you want to hear those, and those are very comforting to people who are going through the journey. But I think sometimes people put off screening and care because they don't want to know. But now, like, maybe that'll help make everyone feel a little better. If you catch it soon, early, then it could just be a little blip in your healthcare. It could be this, equivalent to just a, catastrophic like muscle issue or whatever. Like when I herniated my back, it took me, I don't know, 9 months to feel like I healed that. And I didn't I did ignore it for a long time. But once I started the treatment for it, that's, that could have been similar to a cancer journey that someone's putting off getting their screening done. But it's the landscape of surviving cancer is the most bright as it's ever been. And it's only going to get better because there are a lot of research. There's a lot of research going into cancer treatments and prevention.
That's cool. Yeah. I wish, I've always said that a full body CT scan should be preventative care.
Yeah. But
for every person.
It isn't?
No. Part of the reason is when you're you do that, you are exposing yourself to radiation, which also could be cause cancer too. So you just don't want to be regularly exposing yourself to that.
Well, like once every 5 years.
I don't know. I mean, you've had in this journey of your blood clots, you've had an abdominal and chest CTs.
And they were
now.
like, it's going to be $1,500, sir. Do you want to pay for that now?
I know.
No,
but
I don't actually.
You have peace of mind. All your organs are fine.
Yeah. See, I do have peace
of
mind.
You do. So that
my
is
aorta
good.
is good. Like, yeah, everything is great.
Yep.
It's not the cholesterol, or is that better?
No, that's
to be determined.
Okay.
He's gonna redo. We're redoing the blood test in 2 weeks.
Couple weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And then I see Dr. Avery on the 23rd of June.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll kind of be putting the whole puzzle together.
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of going.
Tease that show.
Still TBD.
Yeah. TBD
Mhm.
on that. So.
Yeah. Yep.
All
He's
right.
still eating his vegetables.
I am. I don't know why, but I am still getting those chia seeds in the morning.
Yep.
My apples.
I bought
and
you a big one.
Yeah.
Well, since we're on the subject of I don't want to derail the show, but I don't know if you had antioxidants
right now
on the script anywhere on there for foods that like aren't those the ones that help you fight cancer?
They can. We can talk about that. We'll talk about it. We're going to go to break right now. And then Jeff has a mini rant.
Mini rant coming up here before we get into our main subject for the day, which we're going to go back to.
No, we're going to talk about.
Okay.
I think that's a great idea because we can talk about antioxidants and how that helps with. There's a lot of things we can talk about. Free radicals, a lot of things. So,
all right. Sounds good. Stay with us. 92.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
Hey, Nebraska sports fans. This summer, professional tennis returns to Lincoln. Watch rising stars of the ATP Tour compete for over $100,000 in prize money for the 2026 Lincoln Challenger from July 12th to the 19th at the Sid and Hazel Dillon Tennis Center. Witness top tennis pros compete right here in Lincoln and experience tennis close-up like never before. To purchase tickets or to sign up for volunteer opportunities, please visit www.lincolnchallenger.com. Not just a stop, a stage. Lincoln Challenger 2026.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between, we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Put lawn irrigation on automatic. Think Judson Irrigation for worry-free service to Lincoln homeowners and business community. Judson Irrigation will turn on your sprinkler system in the spring, repair or redesign as needed, and turn it off in the fall. For service to orphan sprinklers, remember Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
It's easy to underestimate the importance of water conservation. So here are some unbelievable facts to put things into perspective. For every drop of water that you save, a child learns to read and an alien invasion is postponed. But for every drop of water that you waste, a monkey can no longer taste bananas and an animal cracker becomes extinct. Are these facts true? I don't know. But I do know that Hunt Irrigation, the Water Smart company, can upgrade your existing irrigation system and can save you up to 30% on your water bill. Hunt Irrigation, the Water Smart choice.
Tomorrow is about the lessons we learn today. A farmer's market teaches us that community is grown together. Kids laughing shows us how joy is easy. And coffee on the porch reminds us to savor every moment. These are the lessons that shape a tomorrow we all share. One filled with trust, good company, and wide open dreams. That's the way banking should be. And that's Pinnacle Bank. Member FDIC.
Want to make the easy call? Call John Henry's. From leaky pipes to a broken AC, flickering lights to furnace fights, even drains and duct cleaning, we've got it handled. Plumbing, heating, air, and electrical, all under one trusted roof. Proudly serving homes across Lincoln, Omaha, and surrounding areas and ready 24/7. Visit calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing.
and electrical.
Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers.
I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sauter Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at SauterHeyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Nebco is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete in Lincoln and Palmyra. Ready Mixed offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they cover the cost of CDL training. Apply with Ready Mixed Concrete today to be eligible for a $2,500 hiring bonus. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today with Ready Mixed Concrete. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
93.7 The Ticket is Lincoln's home for Kansas City Royals baseball in 2026. Catch all the action as Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and a pitching rotation led by Cole Reagans try to lead the Royals back to the postseason. That's Kansas City Royals baseball all summer long. On the air in Lincoln at 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to the Fitness Fanatics. We just have a few minutes here for you. So I was out at the Meadow Lane Gym, Thursday. I went up there. I had to teach at 12:15, and there was these kids on their motorized bikes.
E-bikes.
Just
rant.
zipping through,
which we've talked about this
the
briefly
parking
before.
lot.
Mm-hmm.
Not even the parking lot, on the sidewalk, leading into all of the businesses. Like I had a box of like toilet paper and paper towels and stuff I was bringing in, and I was standing by my door, and they just zoomed by me, and I just stared at them as they just zoom. Like I don't even know how fast they were going.
Those things can go pretty fast.
Yes, they can.
So this is kind of bad, but I had an intrusive thought of,
Jeff's learning what intrusive thoughts
maybe
are.
I should just open my door as they're coming by.
Well, you could have accidentally done that.
And have one of them just run through the glass door. And then I would stand over them and say, why are you doing this? So it bothers me there. It also bothers me. Get your kid a bike where they actually have to exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I would be interested to hear the argument for e-bikes for kids. I think one kid.
What's the positive of
one
it?
kid got one, and then all the kids started pressuring their parents for them or something. And it's a problem. Oh, I forgot I was going to look this up because it was a long time ago. It was last month or something. LPD or Lincoln Public Works or something had posted something about like the statistics and how many calls they've gotten because of injuries on e-bikes. I'll see if I can try to look it up.
Well, I don't think these kids were wearing helmets either. They're
That's
just
my biggest.
zipping through the parking lot.
Yeah.
That's cheating. You got to do it the hard way. Back in the day, me and my buddy got speedometers, and you pick the biggest hill.
Yeah.
And then that's how you get your speed going. And then you got to pedal all the way back
all
up.
the way back up. That's what I mean. Like, and I'm sure some of our listeners bought these for kids, but I was even anti
power wheels.
Like,
You
get a little
those little cars that they could drive.
The little Jeep things.
Yeah.
whatever.
little truck that you push the button and goes. No,
I thought those were so
get
cute.
out and walk to your friend's house. Or ride a
Kids who
bike.
had those power wheels weren't riding them to their friend's house.
Yeah, that's a little cynical. These are
when
like
you're-
5-year-olds.
Yeah, they're for toddlers, and it's just kind of cute. And we lived in a development that had a pond with a little trail, and we totally could have gotten one for our kids, and they could have rode it together, and we could have walked around the pond, and it would have been so cute. But no,
we got a couple text
so
messages.
anti-power wheels. Oh boy,
Crowbait said we have a huge problem.
It is a problem
on little twerps on e-bikes zipping across traffic in Waverly.
It's a problem in Lincoln. I mean, Ben has talked about it because some of his coworkers are
like
part
a
of this
gang or
gang.
something.
It's not really a gang, but a large group of kids, yes, that will like go down O Street. Is it called Scooping the Loop in Lincoln? Like, what is it called?
Just
when you go down O
Street.
Street.
Just zip right, drive down O Street.
Right. Like, and we've seen those large groups of kids like on e-bikes, and it can be problematic because there's power in numbers, right? And when you give large groups of kids these vehicles that go up to 30 miles an hour, I don't know. And it's not even just e-bikes. A lot of it is just making sure you're teaching your children bike safety, because even before at Meadow Lane, the scooters and the e-bikes were popular. There were kids on regular bicycles just riding through the parking lot. I'm surprised.
They didn't bother me at all.
No, I did. Sometimes they would ride through the parking lot without even any awareness that cars were like pulling in and out of parking spots. So I've even, when they're on bicycles, because it's kind of a hill. No, but be worried that I'm going to see a kid get hit by a car, because people in cars aren't always paying attention either. So
no, they're not. I almost got hit on my bike once. I was going to say you hit someone with your bike, but that wasn't in a car. That was on my big wheel.
Big wheel.
I was like,
see,
4.
You were one of those
I was actually
kids.
I don't even know how I remember this. Like, there's certain things you remember when you're 3 or 4 or 5 years old, but I remember specifically I was on my big wheel.
Do you know what big wheels are, Harrison?
Those are like the plastic.
Yeah, with
the one big
tires.
wheel in the front, it's like a trike.
And the two.
And you get it going.
They're not real like country kids bikes. I didn't have
when
one.
I went to daycare.
Okay.
Shout out to Vicky, who was my also one of my aunts. Yeah, she had
a big wheel.
Yeah,
okay.
we'd whip out the big wheels.
Yep.
Well, I just remember I ran into somebody on the big wheel.
He was like on the sidewalk. It was like a standoff. He was trying to get out of the way.
And I was heading right to the legs. I don't even know what was going on.
Dennis the Menace.
I was kind of, and guy fell over over top of me. Never saw him again. I don't know what happened.
Did you trade insurance
to them or no? But there was some. Bill and Bennett asked if I was slowly becoming get off my lawn.
Yes,
guy. I think you are.
Yeah.
The older, it's kind of those things. The older you get,
you're getting into bird watching. You're gardening.
We just bought a power washer.
About electronic
we have
bikes.
a power washer coming today.
Yeah. A weed whacker.
You're there.
You don't use the weed whacker though.
Well, it's just as I get older, it's like more things just irritate me. Like I feel like, with our animals, I'm like, we have 2 animals. I just don't want to get any more. And I was really traumatized from our last dog that had seizures and peed all over the bed 2 in the morning.
Poor you.
It was such a disaster. Like I was on edge.
I get that pet peeve
for 10 years.
Yeah.
So then this morning I get up. I need to take my pill for my blood clots,
just like Paige had to.
4 a.m. and then the dog has to go out. So I'm like, okay, I let the dog out. Then the cat's meowing at me, like wants to eat nonstop. And I go feed the cat, and then I go to let the dog in, and she's not at the door. She's way off back by, and I'm in my underwear, right?
This is like the movie Click, where you're just waiting for your dog to finish its business.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Just like, let's go. So just things like that. It's kind of like, I feel like I'm getting to the point where I was just like, I just want to relax.
You want to retire.
And then I go and feed the cat.
You still have to get out in public, even if you're retired.
I know. I go in to feed the cat, and I'm just like, I smell the litter box, and I'm like, this is all I do for these animals. I feed them. I change their litter. They pee, and then I go downstairs, and the cat threw up on the carpet.
Sean Erickson said he tried to talk me out of a second dog.
Oh, Jeff is hard on talking people out of getting dogs. For sure.
I did, Sean. And he didn't listen. Well,
you should come to my apartment complex.
He didn't tell me that he was getting the second one until it was already done. Like he
already has it.
Well, no, they don't have it yet. But
Oh,
they're
okay.
getting it.
Oh, okay.
Well, then Barb, who's been on our show, she just got rid of dogs. Like,
She didn't get rid of it.
well, her dogs died.
Right.
Right. So
She very missed them.
she had, and I'm like, no, you got that. You know, you're free, right? You're free of the pyramid scheme of animals. She got another dog, an older dog, a rescue.
Rescue.
Right? Like 4 or 5 years old.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Oh, I love
is.
the dog. She's posting and brings such joy. And then all of a sudden now,
Honeymoon
the dog's
period.
throwing up on the bedspread in the middle of the night. And just, I'm like, Barb, you're probably sitting there at 2 a.m. thinking, freaking Jeff. He just.
She came in last week and was complaining. She's like, don't tell Jeff I said this. But then she does tell you too. But I know. That's the thing. They're, pets are a lifetime commitment. You're committed to them for their lifetime.
I know.
And you just sometimes you gotta, I think Barb's dog will be fine. It just probably needs some training. Like it's had a rough life so far. So
yeah, John and Cortland said, now that that cat and dog have you trained, what else could you ask?
Yeah.
They do. That's well, it's like,
I know.
Meowing at me, and then I go, I'm gonna have a bowl of cereal. The cat's meowing at me.
That's because you give her a spoonful of milk every time you have a bowl.
That started with the kids when they were little kids.
Yeah.
The cat would jump up on the table while we were eating our cereal, and then the kids would give the cat milk from the cereal.
And you still do it
every time. There's
so
there's a soft spot in there somewhere.
Oh, he's a
there
softie.
is a soft spot. It's just like. When everything's going well, then now that animals are at the age where, the end is getting close. So it's like,
our cat's 16.
Yeah. Now, how is it going to happen? We know we lived through our 2 labs when they died. And
it's sad.
One fell down the stairs and then we had to take her in. The other one literally had a stroke right in front of us, just fell over. And earlier that day, she's out throwing baby rabbits up in the air. She dug them out of the ground and then she comes in, just falls over. So
it's
just
sad.
Traumatic,
it's not. You're not
things.
heartless. You're gonna be sad when we get to the time that they pass, but you're just looking forward to getting past the sadness to no animals, right?
Yeah.
You're not listening, but that's
well.
we got to go to break.
I got some more texts that I was just kind of.
Well, let's go to break first.
All right, we'll go to break. Stay with us. 93.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
At Schwezo Construction, safety isn't just a policy, it's a promise. Build with us. Work safe, go home proud. We're hiring skilled craftsmen, laborers, concrete workers, and steel erectors who value quality work and a team that has your back, on and off the job site. If you're ready to be part of a company where your safety and success come first, visit Schwezo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com and apply today. Schwezo Construction, 40 years strong and still building the future.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Hey, Nebraska sports fans. This summer, professional tennis returns to Lincoln. Watch rising stars of the ATP Tour compete for over $100,000 in prize money for the 2026 Lincoln Challenger from July 12th to the 19th at the Sid and Hazel Dillon Tennis Center. Witness top tennis pros compete right here in Lincoln and experience tennis close-up like never before. To purchase tickets or to sign up for volunteer opportunities, please visit www.lincolnchallenger.com. Not just a stop, a stage. Lincoln Challenger 2026.
Rick Heyman here from Sauter Heyman Jewelers. I want to personally thank our great customers for voting us once again the best of Lincoln. At the same time, we're celebrating our 120th year in business in the great state of Nebraska. You can count on Sauter Heyman for the very best quality, value, and customer service. When it comes to your jewelry needs, visit us at South Point, Grand Island, and the Outlet in downtown Lincoln. Visit us today at SauterHeyman.com, and thank you for your continued trust after all these years.
Need service on your home air conditioner? Call the company Lincoln has counted on since 1952. Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating. No matter what brand you have, when you need service, you want Bryant's experienced pros working for you. Friendly, NATE certified technicians with the tools, training, and technology to restore your comfort quickly. No matter what brand, when you need service, just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Is your technology built for where you are or for where you're going? Can your current technology support future growth? To break through that invisible ceiling, you need executive-level strategic technology advising. Moser can help your business grow appropriately and efficiently, giving you the ability to turn your tech stack from a cost center into a growth engine. Visit moserit.com/theticket. That's moserit.com/THETICKET to learn more.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197. Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln and their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe. When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
This is Jordy Ball for Anderson Ford. For years, Anderson has relied on an exceptional customer experience. But just this once, they're going to rely on a really great pitch.
Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $199 per month for 36 months.
Experience better at Anderson Ford.
Stock number 1008721. Previous service loaner. $199 per month. Lease for 36 months with approved credit. 7,500 miles per year. 10650 to assign. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 7/6/26.
I feel like I'm getting robbed when I bet the finals on a sports book.
Dude, delete that app. You need to be using Polymarket.
Polymarket?
Polymarket is a prediction market, not a sports book. You trade against other fans, not the house. That means more money for you and less for greedy sports books.
Even during the finals?
Especially during the finals. You can even trade on whether Trump or Chalamet will attend the games.
No way. What's the catch?
No catch. And it's available in all 50 states. Polymarket is so confident you'll never go back, they're giving you $50 free on your first trade.
I'm deleting my sportsbook app. How do I get started?
Download Polymarket now and use promo code LAP for $50 free for your first trade. Stop letting sportsbooks steal from you. Download Polymarket and use promo code LAP for $50 free on your first trade. Use promo code LAP.
Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply.
Welcome into Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now here are your hosts, Jeff and Nicole Essink.
All right, welcome back into the Fitness Fanatics. We are in hour number 2. Gosh, we've talked about e-bikes, we've talked about animals, we've talked about cancer survivors, we've talked about the Bears moving to Indiana. We've talked all kinds of stuff in the first hour. If you missed any of that, you can check us out on the ticketfm.com's webpage. All the podcast platforms were out there, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all those things. So moving on here. So Nicole.
No, I thought we were going to still talk a little bit about animals because you had a text. I
just had a text from John, said I went from 3 German short-haired pointers to 1 in less than 2 years. Wouldn't change a thing. 45 years and rolling. Slick, who's the new dog, just turned 15 months.
Oh, I thought when you said 15, I must have stopped listening because I thought you were saying 15 years.
No, 15 months, so still just a puppy.
That is why I have a feeling that once we have no pets, then that I'm going to be the one talking you out of getting another animal. Because you 95% of the time talk about having no more pets. And then 5% of the time talk about how it's going to be sad when we don't have any animals in the house. There's no one greeting me at the door.
Well, you don't greet me at the door.
You're usually home before me. I'm never home alone to be able to greet you at the door. So that's you. The reason I have my whole 46 years of life, I don't think I've ever not had a pet.
Just for a brief few weeks when we got married.
Not even then. I feel like we had Sebastian.
The cat died.
That I accidentally killed.
And we got another one.
Right. Yeah. So like, that's a whole other story. It was
I
an
can't
accident.
remember the context behind that one.
You don't.
All right, moving on.
I killed it under the recliner. It was sad.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
It was an accident. So anyway, I've always had more than just 2 dogs, 3 dogs sometimes.
Same here. Yep, always
2, 3 cats. I've had parakeets growing up. I had a snake once. What? Yeah. That you didn't like, Jeffrey.
It bit me. I tried to get rid of it.
It didn't bite you. You were wearing
on my finger.
You not on your finger. You were wearing like a oven mitt. Okay,
well,
so on
went
the
after
oven
me.
mitt. So I've had pets my whole life, and I really don't want to go through the loss of the pets anymore because it's really sad. I'm still sad about the loss of our last cat, Molly.
Mm-hmm.
She was such a great cat. I know that when Olive, our dog right now, dies, she's been the best dog I think that we've had. Just lifetime shenanigans. Like, she didn't really destroy a lot of stuff the way that our labs did. We had labs, Abby and Anna, and they destroyed a lot of things. She's just really well behaved. She's neurotic, but I'm going to be really sad when she dies. And I don't want to go through that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a touchy subject
I know.
for a lot of people.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on. So Harrison had a question about antioxidants.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to talk about that.
Yeah. So when we talk about antioxidants in like fruits and vegetables, the reason we're talking about antioxidants is because they are supposed to help counter or to balance free radicals that our body naturally produces.
What are free radicals?
So free radicals are like molecules that are produced in our bodies. I don't want to say they're like waste material, but you could think of it that way. It's like you can have free radical damage, like a sunburn, that's free radical damage. Exercise can be free radical damage. So pollution, stuff like that. Chemicals. So like, for example, today, so we had some flooding in our basement over the past couple weeks.
Oh, yeah.
And so I've been trying to like get that all, we've kind of gotten it all cleaned up, but I was running an ozone machine in our basement, which you're not supposed to be in the same
you got to be out.
Right. And so I just shut the upstairs. The animals were upstairs. We shut the door. Jeff was still gone from cleaning the gyms. I was getting ready to take a shower. I texted him. I'm like, hey, I'm running the ozone machine downstairs. So leave the door closed and don't go downstairs.
Yeah.
So don't go down there. And then I get out of the shower. I'm like, that's weird. He's not up here. I thought maybe you weren't home yet.
Downstairs.
The door's closed. So you left the door closed. Thank goodness, because the animals would be affected by it faster than us. Just it replaces oxygen in the air. It's not a good thing. And so I go and he's like, I'm down here. I'm like, what are you doing? He's still running. The ozone machine is still running. And I'm like, what are you doing? It's like, well, I had laundry to do. I told you, don't go downstairs. So you probably got some free radical damage from exposing yourself to that ozone.
And so you came down, and what did I start doing? Coughing.
Coughing.
Well, there we go. But I'm fine now.
Because it irritated your throat.
Yeah, I didn't know.
You can smell it. Did you not smell it?
I could smell it, but I didn't know it was dangerous to me.
And it's not like the super high powered one. It's one I bought off of Amazon. So like it's fine to just run it in like the downstairs with everything shut up. Upstairs, I run it for like maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think at CIP we ran them every now and then if there's flooding, and like you go in there and like we turn it on, we'd still be in there for like a little bit.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna walk in.
It's not carbon monoxide by any means.
I had
But
stuff to do. I had to get a sweatshirt.
then
I had to
shut
change the
it
clothes.
off.
And you just thought,
I
Nicole
thought it's a
was
couple minutes,
keeping
I'll be
you
down
away
and back
from the
up.
fun
and no big
ozone,
deal.
or
Yeah.
you
Yep,
just
that's what I thought.
wait.
I know. So that was probably some free radical damage. But the thing is, with free radical damage, some free radicals can damage your DNA. And then you can get some DNA damage. That's where maybe mutations happen in your cells, and maybe that's where some cancers start. So that's kind of where free radicals kind of play in. That is like extremely high level of free radicals. So if someone has very intense, like extensive knowledge of that, this is like average Jeff level.
Well, I don't know about you, Harrison, but I had never even heard of the word free radical.
Well, that's
my
because you're
entire
a guy.
life.
That's good to know. I knew antioxidants, did not know what they were fighting.
So
Apparently it's
free radicals, women kind of hear about it more because it's definitely touted in like skincare, where like you use certain skincare products to counter free radical damage from air pollution, from sun damage, from whatever
right
chemicals that we put on our body. So that's kind of where free radicals come into it. What are you looking up, Harrison?
The scientific definition of it, just highly unstable atoms, as you mentioned,
or molecules
that have one or more unpaired electrons.
Oh.
So that's where they can get kind of screwy.
Yep. Yeah, because if they have, then they're looking for other electrons to pair with, maybe. And that
The
might
free
be where-
radical, it's going to steal electrons from healthy molecules.
There you go. Yep.
So that's where it starts messing with, your healthy ones.
Yes.
It starts robbing them of their own electrons, and then you get a bad cell, and then cancer.
It could or could not become cancer.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's part of it. A
Well,
high
I think
level.
we all technically have like cancer, right?
I think if
like
most
cancerous
people, if you live
cells.
long enough, there's going to be some type of mutation in your body,
Yeah.
whether you die from that or not. It's not something we screen for, but like lots of people die from other causes. And then, you actually also had cancer. Like that happens. But anyway, so then that is why antioxidants are talked about, because they can safely neutralize the free radicals before they can cause damage. That's why for women, it's touted a lot in our skincare, because you can use like a vitamin C serum, which has antioxidants, and that's going to help kind of neutralize that free radical damage. And so it says, think of electrons as electron donors that stabilize the free radicals. So it steps in for the cells to pair up with that missing electron.
And then it breaks the chain reaction.
Right. Yep. So that's why we want to talk about, that's why you, Jeffrey, eat all your fruits and vegetables now, because antioxidants are like a lot of micronutrients, vitamin C, vitamin E, beta carotene, which is vitamin A, but lycopene, which is in tomatoes, polyphenols are in like grapes and dark colored fruits and vegetables. So some of the highest foods rich in antioxidants are berries, pretty much very like colorful fruits, leafy greens, tomatoes, beans, nuts,
Peppers?
probably.
I hope
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
A lot of those.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Coffee.
Coffee is an antioxidant. Yes.
I'll never have cancer.
Right.
I drink so much coffee. Shout out to the mill, 1040 O Street. You guys can
That's
get yourself a cup if you want to fight cancer.
There
Yep.
you go.
It is. There are some health benefits of drinking coffee. There is. And that is one of them. It is an antioxidant. A lot of like herbs and spices can have antioxidant properties too. Like parsley can be an antioxidant. It's kind of like a quote unquote detox type herb. It helps support your liver and kidney function. So
Isn't parsley what they'd put on like a plate at a restaurant?
yeah, a lot of times it's for a garnish.
That I just throw off to the side.
Yeah.
Like,
It's purely for looks.
But
just throw it away.
But what you could do is not throw it away, and then after your meal, kind of chew a little bit on that parsley, and it's going to help freshen your breath. It's going to help neutralize some of those acids in the food that you just ate, and it's going to help with your oral
Maybe
health.
I'll do that
I
next
know.
time.
So, but it's also really important to know that like not all free radicals are bad. Like, so it's not like you want to just live in a hole and not expose yourself to anything, because it's part of your body's immune system too. So you want to, not all free radicals are bad. Like exercise. free radicals that your body might produce because of exercise, that's going to be outweighed by the benefits of the exercise. So sometimes it's
even your metabolism, like you're going to have it happen naturally within your body.
Right.
Even if you're in a room with the cleanest air.
Yeah.
Like it's
just the cost of daily living. Right. Yeah. Your body's creating byproducts of everything that you do. It doesn't always have to be bad. So,
but it's when you get too much of the free radicals and then the chain reaction starts.
Right. Or you're just exposing yourself in many, many different ways. I mean, that's a lot of reasons why we see not as much now, because our like health of like different occupations have gotten a lot better because of OSHA and stuff like that. So like that, but a long time ago, there were higher instances of certain cancers depending on what your job was, because you were exposing yourselves to the chemicals.
Like asbestos?
Like yes.
What I was exposed to for all those years.
I don't think you were exposed to a lot of asbestos. Why? Because you were in attics?
Yeah, dealing with old insulation.
Like you've seen like sprayed on. Isn't asbestos usually sprayed? Isn't it like a spray on type product?
So it was just in insulation back in the
Well, that's why you wore a mask.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Did you?
I did, yeah.
Okay, well, before that, people were exposed to it with no masks at all, just in whatever.
I know.
Just putting it in, creating it, people. So, so that's why it's important to eat fruits and vegetables and to exercise. But again,
well, and they're allegedly supposed to lower your cholesterol too. So there's another positive of eating fruits and vegetables.
Right. Not because of the antioxidants, though. The antioxidants isn't the reason what's supposed to lower your cholesterol. So you're getting other benefits. That's why it's important that you still do it, even if you're not lowering your cholesterol.
I love my little berry smoothie I have.
Are you liking... Now, I saw you didn't get more yogurt when you went to Sam's.
Oh, that's because we had all that protein milk.
Oh. So are you liking that now too?
It tastes exactly. I think it tastes the same to me.
Well, we talked about how it was cheaper though, technically, to use the yogurt. Now you're drinking my protein drinks.
Well, sorry. You got me started on it.
I'm just now realizing
the protein drink is easier than the yogurt.
It is easier.
Bloop, 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 dump it in. I don't even need water.
Yeah, but you don't have your built-in little measuring scoop.
Well, I just get
that you
cup
were doing.
Out. Oh, okay. I know. I just use a cup though.
Because you were scooping out the yogurt of the little individual container and then using that container to measure out your fruit. Right.
Yeah. No, I love that. I rotate between berries, and then I have one that has like mango, pineapple, which is like even we've gotten our son he loves that.
Oh yeah, that's the one thing.
Yeah,
like smoothies are awesome.
Yeah, Ben's been doing those. Has he been using the protein drinks too?
Well, I don't know if he had, and he used the last of the yogurt.
Yeah.
But no, he makes it himself. So that's.
I mean, you can't make it taste good.
Oh, the pineapple and the mango. It's like a
vacation.
Really
in a
good.
Cup.
It is really good.
That does sound good right now.
And and those are full of antioxidants. Lots of vitamin C in that one. And the berries have a lot of fiber.
Yep.
And there's vitamin C in the berries too, but those are really good. But it's also really important to note that like eating healthy is not a substitute for health care. Like you can't cure your cancer by eating
berries.
Berries, right? Because that is usually the next step of craziness where people think, well, if eating all these antioxidants are going to help, then, I'll just cut out all processed food and I'll only eat whole foods and it'll cure my cancer. And that's not going to be the case. So don't let that be a substitute. It's more about prevention. It's more about balancing the scales between like, the pollutants that we have in our lives that we expose ourselves to purposefully. Like alcohol is a great example of like a toxin that we consume, and smoking, for example. But it's like, it'd be better to just stop smoking instead of just being like, well, I'm going to keep smoking, but I'm just going to make
more berries.
Yeah, make a berry smoothie every day. And
for every cigarette, 5 more berries.
Right. It's going to protect me. No, it doesn't quite work that way. So definitely do not think that like food can do a lot of good things in our bodies. But again, it's just optimizing what your body can do. It's not curing your body.
Right.
So.
All right.
Final important thing to talk about.
Well, let's go ahead and go to break, and we'll keep this conversation going when we get back. 93.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Your sprinklers are watering the street or flooding your backyard. If you're on a list that doesn't exist, it's time for Judson Irrigation. At Judson Irrigation, Lee or Lacey or Judson will make an appointment. You pick the time and they'll be there to fix your sprinkler system. Now that's service, a dying art these days.
Keep summer green. Call Judson Irrigation 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Are you craving the ultimate game day experience? Red Zone Sports Bar and Grill has your front row seat. Dive into delicious wings, juicy burgers, and frosty drinks, all served up with TVs covering every inch of the walls so you'll never miss a play. Stop in for their incredible daily specials like $3 tall boys on Mondays, 5 wings for less than $6 on Wednesdays, and $20 beer buckets on Fridays. Red Zone Sports Bar and Grill right by the Lincoln Airport at 3111 Northwest 12th Street.
Imagine if the people who work at your bank or neighbors who could help with a home loan.
Congratulations, you're approved.
Or friends who love to shop local.
Have a good one.
At UBT, who you work with matters just as much as what you're working toward.
Hey, thanks for helping.
That's why your money has more than a banker. It has people. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
I feel like I'm getting robbed when I bet the finals on a sportsbook.
Dude, delete that app. You need to be using Polymarket.
Polymarket?
Polymarket is a prediction market, not a sports book. You trade against other fans, not the house. That means more money for you and less for greedy sports books.
Even during the finals?
Especially during the finals. You can even trade on whether Trump or Chalamet will attend the games.
No way. What's the catch?
No catch. And it's available in all 50 states. Polymarket is so confident you'll never go back, they're giving you $50 free on your first trade.
I'm deleting my sportsbook app. How do I get started?
Download Polymarket now and use promo code LAP for $50 free for your first trade. Stop letting sportsbooks steal from you. Download Polymarket and use promo code LAP for $50 free on your first trade. Use promo code LAP.
Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, Coffee and Challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
This is Jordy Ball for Anderson Ford. For years, Anderson has relied on an exceptional customer experience. But just this once, they're going to rely on a really great pitch.
Right now, lease a 2026 Ford F-150 for $199 per month for 36 months.
Experience better at Anderson Ford.
Stock number 1008721. Previous service loaner. $199 per month. Lease for 36 months with approved credit. 7,500 miles per year. 10650 to assigning. No security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 7/6/26.
At Schwezo Construction, safety isn't just a policy, it's a promise. Build with us. Work safe, go home proud. We're hiring skilled craftsmen, laborers, concrete workers, and steel erectors who value quality work and a team that has your back on and off the job site. If you're ready to be part of a company where your safety and success come first, visit schwezo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com and apply today. Schwezo Construction, 40 years strong and still building the future.
Now back to Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to the Fitness Fanatics. So we've been talking about antioxidants and how they help, as a preventable cancer thing. Not going to cure it or anything like that, but just ways you can do to help. I mean, we think we all have cancer cells in our body already.
Or
it's just a matter
the
potential. It's just the matter if they.
Yep.
There they go. So
it's optimizing our health is all.
So we had talked about how coffee had antioxidants in it. So we want to talk about that a little bit because most of us are like coffee drinkers. Some consume more than others. Some go spend $10 for coffees with 100 grams of sugar in it that should be illegal to sell in the United States.
That's actually important because if you are consuming super high in sugary coffee drinks, then you're probably not getting the antioxidants effects because the sugar is probably by far countering the benefits of the coffee. So shout out to our black coffee drinkers. Do you drink black coffee, Harrison? Yeah. I can drink black coffee.
I'll put
I usually
splash of cream in there.
I usually
I'm
like
okay with
something just to take that bitterness down and to cool it off a little bit. That's my biggest
literally
thing.
why I put milk in there just to cool it off a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'll do the instant coffee.
Yeah, Jeff does
good.
instant coffee.
Like
in
I'm
a
not
Folgers?
Oh yeah, you get a big,
you are.
Yeah.
Get off my lawn, guy.
Get a big
That's the
giant
last
thing from Sam's.
Does smell great.
I don't drink it for the size. You just drink it for the caffeine. I don't sip on it. Like my parents used to be. And I wonder how many people out there actually have like the old coffee makers where you dump the beans in the
grounds
in the little coffee filter and then you push it in.
A lot of
dump
people
water.
have those still. I would
We
venture
don't.
to guess. We do have one.
We do?
Yeah, Katie had one, so I think it's in her room somewhere.
You put the coffee beans?
The grounds.
The grounds.
Okay.
Grounds.
Yeah.
Not beans.
Jeff doesn't. You said beans.
I know I did.
You said beans.
It's like, what kind of
Jeff
machine do
doesn't
you
make
have?
coffee.
Okay. Ours come from Guatemala. They're
Right.
directly imported to our
Colombia.
house.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Colombian coffee. I don't know. But
That's the old school coffee makers. that
yeah,
our
I
parents
would
all
drink
had.
coffee more if we had a lifestyle that like lended to drinking
Like
coffee.
we could just be up at 7 just
Anytime.
sipping on
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Like out on the back patio.
Right.
But like I see too, like this is way off subject, but like
Well,
people have posted like to raise your cortisol levels, like make sure you get sunlight within
Yeah.
30 minutes.
That's
at the
lowering.
time you-
Lowering
yeah,
your
lowering.
cortisol. Right.
Well, I'm up at 3 a.m.
Yes.
The
I
sun
see.
doesn't even come out for 3 hours.
I know,
Like,
I
that's
think that too.
virtually impossible for me to do.
Yeah. That's impossible for a lot of people. That one annoys me. That advice annoys me.
Like, yeah, if I could get up
To
at
get sun exposure within 30
6:30,
minutes of waking up.
take a walk outside in the morning. But no,
Natural
I've already
sunlight.
been in the gym for 3 hours
Yeah.
by the time that's
That's
but
why
anyway.
I don't drink coffee. I would drink it more if it was a part of my day where I could wake up and have time to drink
Yeah, we
coffee
could
while I
sit
was
and-
doing other things.
yeah,
we
chit
get up
chat.
at like 3:10 and we're out of the house and heading to the gym within 20 minutes. or-
Right. We don't have
yeah.
that's why instant works best for me.
Anyway, okay, so I did a little research on coffee here during the break really quick and the antioxidants. So I've heard this before too. So there's an antioxidant or polyphenol antioxidant called chlorogenic acids. They're found in a lot of plants, but coffee is by far the largest source for most people. So it's funny too, because that sounds nefarious. A chlorogenic acid in your food. I know. It's
Anytime
not.
you hear acid, you're like, ugh.
It's the chlor.
It's gonna
Yeah.
Close to chlorine.
Chloro
and that's
and acid.
it has nothing to do with chlorine. It doesn't have anything to do with chlorine.
Or acid that
I'm pretty
eats your
sure
skin.
chlorogenic acid was discovered before chlorine was invented or discovered, probably. But so yeah, that's the antioxidant in coffee, and that is the highest like concentration of it, and it helps. So that the benefit that we're getting from antioxidants is the benefit that plant gets from creating it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like chlorogenic acid protects plants from UV radiation, environmental stress, and then it also like insects, like environmental. But so that is why that can help protect your skin cells from oxidative damage, because they contain that antioxidant chlorogenic acid. Some of the other sources, so coffee and some other sources, apples have it, pears, blueberries, potatoes, eggplants, sunflower seeds, but they're not as much. Like you'd have to eat a lot more, but they definitely will help neutralize those free radicals, especially the UV damage. I wasn't aware of that, which is really interesting because I feel like a lot of farmers drink a lot of coffee and they're also out in the sun a lot. So that's just like nature kind of pairing two things together.
Sometimes it just works out.
Yeah. I know. That is really interesting. But it can also help with like improving insulin sensitivity. So when you're drinking coffee with your breakfast, then that's probably something that's helping to mitigate like your that blood sugar spike with the food that you eat. So that's another reason why to maybe keep consuming coffee. And you can also get benefits from decaf coffee too. So if you're worried about the effects of caffeine, or you feel like you're drinking too much caffeine, then drink some decaffeinated coffee too. I cannot tell a difference between decaf coffee and regular coffee.
Well, I mean, taste-wise, no.
Right.
Energy levels, yeah.
Yeah. Because I usually keep some instant decaf coffee too, because sometimes I just like the flavor of it mixed in with like a protein shake, but I don't want to have the caffeine. So,
it's too much caffeine ever bad?
Yes.
I mean, you get
You're
shaky.
supposed to get less than 400 milligrams of coffee or of caffeine a day.
Mm-hmm.
That's the recommended.
Yeah.
And what's the average cup of coffee?
Like 65 probably. It's fairly low.
Okay, so you have to drink a ton of
like
coffee.
8 cups and you're fine.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't drink
maybe
8 cups.
6 cups.
Don't drink 6 cups
be all
either.
right.
I usually, never get 6 cups.
At that level, it's more concerning the like effect to your like sleep, because the half-life of caffeine is like 6 hours. So like when you consume coffee, 6 hours later, half of that caffeine is still in your system. Like that's the half-life of coffee.
That's why it's so effective. Dang.
Yeah. Yeah. It lasts for a long
half-life?
time. And the thing with coffee is
Versus like a Monster, let's say.
that's still with the milligrams.
No,
or what do you-
like the
That's
caffeine
exactly the
stays
same.
works
Same
the
thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. But a
just wondered.
Monster has 160 milligrams of caffeine in one can. So
I used to drink like over 1,000 milligrams and I was fine.
you weren't fine. It's not good.
I'd have coffee, a couple Rains.
Rain has 300 milligrams of
That's
coffee
fine.
in
That's
one
a
drink.
Rain. I can't remember. I remember Rockstar.
Rain is still out there. It's if you looked it up, you'd probably recognize it. Bang and Ghost have 200 milligrams
That's what Ben
of caffeine. Alani's have 200 milligrams of caffeine. So if you're drinking more than 2 Alani's a day, that's too much. Too much. That's 200 milligrams of caffeine
I feel like most people know, though.
per. No.
Like,
Yeah, they
when you're
know.
like when you're looking up those
Jeff
cans,
knew
yeah.
too.
I knew. I
But-
used to drink like some of those
no-
Monsters. Still know
fine.
why. It
Yeah.
tasted like battery acid.
Oh, I
have
love
no
the
idea why I
White
like them.
Monster. So good.
I know. I haven't starting to drink the white monsters. Those aren't good.
No.
But like the OG monsters.
Oh, we never drank
that had
those.
so much,
Horrendous.
that had so
Yeah.
much sugar in there.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just like
We never drank those.
no, we never drank those.
The fun fact about caffeine too, and I have to look it up to see, but the reason why caffeine keeps you awake is because there's a chemical in your brain that tells you that you're tired, and when you drink caffeine, it basically blocks that chemical from your brain. So the chemical is still in your body circulating, trying to tell your brain that you're tired, but you're just drinking caffeine. So you're basically like just telling it to shut up. You're constantly like, the caffeine is constantly like putting its hand over the mouth of whatever it is. I'd have to look it up.
That part in your brain must be working 24 hours a day because you're always tired.
Me?
Everybody.
Aren't we all? Right.
We got Matthew.
Constant.
Matthew Nolde said, caffeine used to never affect me when I was younger. Now at 44, talking about that sleep, I have to watch my levels of intake, especially post supper time.
100%. Yeah, I can't. Taking caffeine after, which we go to bed early. So, and people say caffeine doesn't affect you, but it still can. It affects your quality of sleep. Even when you're young and you're just able to fall asleep easily, it still does affect the quality of your sleep, because while your body is trying to relax and sleep, you're still blocking that hormone that's trying to tell your body, no, it's time to be tired. It's basically like the parent at the sleepover, that keeps coming in the room and being like, go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
You've locked the door, so the parent can't come in and tell you to go to sleep. So, but the benefits outweigh the risks when it comes to coffee. So if you're a 2 or 3 cup of coffee person and you're drinking, coffee that doesn't have 700 calories and 45 grams of sugar, then it's probably doing more good than bad.
Tell me I can't have 3 Caramelicious blenders.
Can you imagine? Could you?
I've worked at Scooters for 3 months. Some people do 4. 2 before,
4 a day.
2 after.
That is
you worked
insane.
Where?
Scooters for I quit Hy-Vee. So I hated working in the freezers, and then I did that because I was like, I'm low on money. You should find another job while I try to get a better job. And then, those places I saw a lot of people that go through there did not need ice cream in the morning.
It is ice cream.
It is literally ice cream. I've been in the contents. The low-fat ice cream, still ice cream.
Yeah, I know.
Like one of those is a lot. 2 of those is insane. 2 before work, after work, like you're gonna gain weight.
That's not good.
No.
Really, if you're a coffee drinker, if you're just look at the nutrient facts of some of the, because you can make them be a lot less in sugar and carbs and stuff like that. Like some of the sugar-free caramels are really, really good. That's what I'll do sometimes here at the mill. If I get one, I'll just add like a sugar-free vanilla to it, just to add a little bit of flavor without getting that jolt of sugar, because caffeine and sugar is a crazy combination to be consuming just all day. And that's breakfast for a lot of people.
Yep.
So I feel like,
because you think about it, you go get coffee and donuts and there you go, just sugar rush.
I know.
We do breakfast big in the U.S.
Yeah.
Like, culturally, that is one thing that we really go. Make syrupy waffles.
I know.
The whole cereal, grains. The breakfast can be one where you can really just load up on carbs.
Yep.
It's kind of on purpose, not to be a conspiracy theorist, but that's definitely what food companies want you to do. They want you to have as much sugar as possible, as early as possible in your day, because then it's going to continue to be a domino effect throughout the day. Like you're just going to keep reaching for sugary things the more that you start your day with sugary foods.
If you start off breakfast with you make yourself like an omelet that's heavy in protein, and maybe you have like a
decent amount of fat.
Yeah, and like a bowl of oatmeal or something for your carbs. Like that's going to keep you fuller for a longer period of time.
Give you energy,
even though you're eating less. But I can remember, like, if you're loading up on pancakes and syrup and chocolate milk and a cinnamon roll, and you're just pounding all the big breakfast items, like, and it's funny because if you're ordering stuff, you'll get like, 2 eggs, right?
Yeah. Right.
And then the syrup, like if you ever look at a label of syrup, I mean, there's literally like 50 grams of sugar.
Almost all syrups.
In a quarter of a cup.
Almost all pancake syrups are high fructose corn syrup.
They're
not
so
even
good.
maple syrup.
So you eat this giant breakfast and you're just stuffed, right? You're more full eating all these carbs and pancakes and sugar than you are eating your omelet and your oatmeal. And then 2 hours later, you hit that sugar crash, and it feels like you haven't eaten for a month.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I am starving, even though you just ate that huge breakfast of all carbs and sugar. And then what like Nicole said, what do you go for? You're not like, oh, I need to eat an apple right now.
Yeah.
I'm
Maybe
usually like,
if we had vending machines with apples in them.
Yeah, I need a Butterfinger. That's what I need. I need peanut
by
butter.
then, the problem is it's lunchtime.
I know.
And you have a massive lunch after you had a syrupy breakfast.
Yep.
It's crazy how that works.
And if you feel like that's like, for me, I can really tell a difference. That's why I much prefer having more of a savory breakfast over a sweet breakfast. Because if I have my meals planned out for the day, then I'm fine, because I can have something sweet for breakfast. I can have a yogurt with some, protein powder and some fruit, as long as I know what exactly the rest of my day is going to go. And I have my lunch prepared already, and I'm going to eat what I brought. But if I don't have my day fully planned out, starting your day with a savory breakfast is definitely going to give you the best start of the day. So then you're not as controlled by your cravings, that you're kind of like self-fulfilling prophecies by starting the day with sugar. So if you start your day with a sweet breakfast, but then you really do find yourself having a lot of cravings throughout the day, that might be one thing to try, switch and do more of a savory breakfast.
would be example, what would be a savory breakfast?
So today when we were heading out the door, I had bought some rice cakes. So I had 2 rice cakes that Trader Joe's right now, which I'm really sad because they only have it seasonally, but they have this whipped feta. I don't know if you like feta cheese, Harrison. But you might, yeah.
I can't even remember what it tastes like.
It's like crumbly. It's like a Greek cheese.
No.
They have a whipped version. It's so good. So I've been eating that like crazy lately. So I did 2 rice cakes, spread them with the whipped feta, and then 2 boiled eggs. And that's what I had as we were kind of heading out the door for my breakfast. And that's savory.
We did have a text message that asked, what are your thoughts on a slice of breakfast pizza?
Honestly, breakfast pizza is one slice of breakfast pizza.
Yes, we're talking one slice.
One slice of breakfast pizza is going to be way better for you than having that sugary coffee.
Than donuts.
Yeah. Yeah. Or even just the coffee, even having that caramelicious, whatever, right.
Like if you're going to go into
one piece of breakfast pizza
to the gas station,
you can fit that.
Better to get a slice of breakfast pizza or a breakfast sandwich. Right?
Yeah. I mean, those are going to be a little higher, but yeah, less protein, but
that's better than grabbing 2 or 3 cream-filled Long Johns. and
but key on one slice of pizza.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's what's nice about, because I usually when you go into a convenience store and you see people, they're buying maybe 2 at the most. I've never really seen someone with 5 pieces of breakfast pizza, because it's just not convenient to carry that out. I don't know, but yeah, you're going to get I just looked it up, but in a slice of breakfast pizza, like a standard Casey's sausage breakfast pizza, it's about a little under 450 calories, about 20 grams of protein, and 48 grams of carbs. So that's all right.
A little bit higher on the carb, but yeah, it's better than because you're getting that protein. It's better than you get 2 donuts, which you're going to get no protein.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I was wrong, because the grab and go slices are bigger than.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So that was actually closer to 550 calories, but it's more protein, 26 grams of protein, and somehow less carbs, 45 grams of carbs.
That feels like they did their math wrong.
Right. I'm not sure why the carbs would be slightly less, but the fat is higher too. So
I'd be limiting it to 1 slice.
Well, especially now they're so big.
Right.
Then you'll feel fuller as opposed to, like you said, having 2 Long John
Maybe
donuts.
if you get 1 slice
100%.
of breakfast pizza, and then you get yourself a Core Power protein shake.
Yeah, if you want to spend $6
and partner it together
on a protein shake.
Well, you could swing by Farrell's and buy one for $3
out of our vending machine.
Yeah, just swing by. If you want, you swing by, get your breakfast pizza, then you can swing into Farrell's, get your $3 Core Power out of our vending machine. And then it's a pretty relatively.
Or you can just have a different protein source with you also.
Yeah.
But it's actually not the worst thing in the world that you could have for breakfast. There's probably 50 other things that you could have that are way worse that people would consider quote unquote healthy.
Yeah. So that's a great question. Again, most things we eat aren't bad for us. It's the amount we eat.
Yeah. Like a breakfast casserole. Those are so good. And they're really not bad if you have one slice.
Right.
It's got a lot of protein in there, potatoes, but
Then as the day goes,
so hard,
the morning
like-
goes, you keep going back.
I can eat like 4 huge pieces
Yeah.
right off the rip.
So it gets
so good.
It gets to
Yep.
be out of control.
Yeah.
So it is about portion control. But all right, well,
Yeah.
we are going to go to break. Stay with us. 92.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
93.7 The Ticket is Lincoln's home for Kansas City Royals baseball in 2026. Catch all the action as Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and a pitching rotation led by Cole Reagans try to lead the Royals back to the postseason. That's Kansas City Royals baseball all summer long. On the air in Lincoln at 93.7 The Ticket.
At DWE Generations, having a plan matters, especially when it comes to protecting what's most important. They work with individuals, families, and business owners to help make smart financial decisions that support life today and set the foundation for generations. David Darlington, Russell Walton, and Cody Eiler bring decades of experience, and their dedicated team provides follow-through, answering questions, explaining next steps, and staying connected as life evolves. DWE Generations, a generational wealth planning firm. DWE Generations is a marketing name for individuals doing business as representatives of Northwestern Mutual. Visit generations.nm.com or call 402-483-7871 and ask for David, Russell, or Cody.
At Schwezo Construction, safety isn't just a policy, it's a promise. Build with us. Work safe, go home proud. We're hiring skilled craftsmen, laborers, concrete workers, and steel erectors who value quality work and a team that has your back on and off the job site. If you're ready to be part of a company where your safety and success come first, visit Schwezo.com. That's SCHWISOW.com and apply today. Schwezo Construction, 40 years strong and still building the future.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Looking for the ultimate game day spot? Arbor Axe House has everything you need. Axe throwing, cold beers, and the big game. Whether you're celebrating a win or talking trash with friends, nothing beats the rush of sticking an axe while cheering on your favorite team. Perfect for bullseye beginners and seasoned pros. Our axe throwing experts keep the fun going and the drinks flowing. Step up to the plate at Arbor Axe House. Book a lane at arboraxe.com or call 402-802-9696. Arbor Axe House on the corner of N Street and Antelope Valley.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, buddy, here we go. Just keep your eye on the ball. All right, just swing right through it. Yeah, good job. Way to go. Hey, run it out. Okay.
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Farmers know it all starts with the soil. At Carbon Connections, they're helping you unlock its full potential. Their high-quality humic acid improves nutrient uptake, boosts root development, and enhances soil structure, so your crops get more from every acre. It doesn't stop there. With a full lineup of crop protection products, they help you reduce synthetic inputs while protecting yields and profits. Smarter inputs, healthier soils, better returns. It's time to grow more naturally. Visit Carbon Connections on Facebook or call them today at 402-947-1476 to learn how they can help your farm thrive. Carbon Connections, unlocking your potential.
Yesterday, your water heater worked just fine. Today, surprise! When you're out of hot water, just call the plumbers at Bryant. In most cases, you can get same-day water heater replacement. What you won't get is a costly surprise with the bill. At Bryant, the price you're quoted is the price you'll pay. No last-minute extras for piping or ventilation alterations. Need a new water heater? Just call Bryant, 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
When something breaks, you want someone you can trust to fix it right. Empire Repair is now open in Waverly and ready to serve our community with reliable auto repair and maintenance. From routine service to bigger repairs, our team is here to keep you on the road. Stop by Empire Repair in Waverly or call 402-786-2224 to schedule your service today. Empire Repair, proud to serve Waverly.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Now back to Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, we just have a couple of minutes here before we sign off for the day. If you're looking for something to watch on TV today, if it gets rainy outside, the BTN has Husker Day is today, June 7th. So I just want to run down a few awesome games over the past year that they're showing. Bring us down memory lane, get us excited. At 11, kicks off in 5 minutes with The Life of Brooke Behringer is the first thing for the first hour. Then we get into some games. At noon, we have Nebraska at UCLA, the last game that we won. So
nice.
If you want to go watch that,
TJ Lateef.
Remember how excited we were? We just Emmett Johnson had his signature game where he had I mean, it was just an incredible. So that's the 60-minute version. So there's no commercials, just boom, boom, boom. At 1 is the Big Ten softball championship game, Nebraska UCLA. At 2 is Nebraska Vandy in the round of 32.
Nice.
So if you want to go relive that moment of Frager hitting the game-winning bucket and Vandy's long half-court shot going in and out, you can watch that. At 3 is another football game, Nebraska at Maryland. That was the game where we really should have beat them by about 40.
Yeah, we threw 3 picks.
But we won it at the very end on a pass from Raiola to Dane Key. So that was that was pretty exciting at that point. Then we have another one, Nebraska at Northwestern from last year is on at 4. Game we won here in Lincoln. At 5 is the spring game. So if you didn't watch that, you can go back and rewatch that. I don't know why they threw that in there. At 7, always a game that's close to my heart. Iowa at Nebraska. Harrison, the game we were at PBA. We won in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Thought you were going to say like football. It's like,
No.
why are
That's
they
what I
playing
thought,
that?
too.
Why are they playing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind going back and watching that football game from 2022. So yeah, that's kind of your schedule. At 8 is the Journey Big Ten basketball, Nebraska, featuring players like Price Sanford, Jamarcus Lawrence, and Kent Pavelka. So yeah, all that's today. So if you're just nothing on, you can flip on some Husker wins, make you feel good about Nebraska, because we really don't have much going on now.
Which one would you want to watch the most out of all those?
Vanderbilt.
I was going to say Vanderbilt, right?
So yes.
The feeling had the sweetest end to them all.
The feeling we had, I mean, those are games because football sports, we just lose those at the end, and then making that layup and then that long half court shot that just went in and out was just, I mean, it was just amazing. Just amazing. So you got all those going on here on BTN. Also, if you're hang out on the radio, Pete Ferguson coming up Bigger Than the Score is next, and Ticket has all kinds of programming for today too. So we are going to sign off. We will see you next Sunday.
Then a quick shout out, Matthew Noli. I did miss. He had some comments here. We don't have time for them, but we will try to get to them next week.
Okay.
So if you guys want to join in, and to Matthew, appreciate him listening as always, and we can always try next week to get to those.
I'll look. It's on YouTube, so I'll look at them. Okay, I'll reply.
All right. Have a great one. 93.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
Rick Heyman here